Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you all. Hope we're all good. Hope we're all well. New moon blessings. Today is that new moon, that new cycle, that new phase, the new chapter. Out with the old, in with the new. So now is a nice time to just sit and think about that new moon energy. I had a wicked group last night. Amazing. And I've got another group tonight and tomorrow night to set on their journey for these next 28 days of the new moon cycle, working with the cow energy, the pony, sheep, or boar. Worked really, really well. An amazing night. So I'm looking forward to tonight as well. People are coming on. Good morning, Claire. Hope you're well, sweetheart. And I think I'm seeing you tonight. Good morning, Lucy. Hope you're well, sweetheart. Morning, Callum. Hope you're well, mate. Norma, good morning. I know nothing about this crystal. I can watch a bit before I leave for work. Fabulous, fabulous. Good morning, Leslie. Hope you're well. Yes, the shungite walls are beautiful. I'm glad you like yours. Kay, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're well. Kay is going to be coming to Dan Rocks very soon at the end of April. She will be doing her nutrition consultations. That is brilliant. Yo, yo, yo to Mr. Beale. Hope you're well, mate. It is a new moon. Good morning, Shardy. Yes, beautiful. So I love this energy. I love the groups, the gatherings that we have here. We've become a tight knit. We've become a great groups, and it's nice because over the 3 nights they will change over, but the group's energy still maintains that safety, honesty, respect. So I love that. So today is Wednesday. So that means it's Crystal of the Week. And Monday we did a beautiful grid for protection. And one of those crystals was Fire Agate. And that is going to be our crystal of the week. I love working with this crystal. It is beautiful. I'm going to try my best to show you that flashy flash that Fire Agate gets, but it might not be all that possible, but we'll see how we go. It is 8:30, so if you guys are ready, if you're sitting comfortably, I'll take a swig of my coffee and we'll jump down and show you the ins and outs of Fire Agate. Again, if you work with Fire Agate, if you've got a piece and you've used it, let me know. What have you used it for? Why do you carry it around? Why do you sleep with it? What have you found it useful for? I like to have a discussion. I like to know what other people's views on this beautiful crystal is. So these are our pieces of Fire Agate. And you might just see, just across this bit, the kind of flashy bubbles. The light isn't all that great, but that's what we kind of get with Fire Agate. Beautiful. These are all raw. They may have just had a slight polish on the face. but they're great. And I'll show you a little bit about them. Okay, so the crystal structure, the crystal system, is the trigonal crystal system. So trigonals are, some people say there isn't a trigonal because it makes the hexagon shape, and there's a hexagonal crystal system. But in the hexagonal crystal system, the axes form the hexagons. In the trigonal system, it's the axes form the triangles that then make the hexagons. So there's 6 triangles in a hexagon, and it's those triangles that have the axes. So the most common one we'll know in the trigonal are the quartz family, the amethyst, citrine, and the other members that don't often crystallize. So aventurine, carnelian, obviously the agate family, so fire agate, Botswana agate, hematite, jasper. Quite a big number of common crystals form in these shapes. Rhodochrosite, ruby, sapphire, smoky quartz, tiger's eye, tourmaline. With ruby and sapphire, they belong in the family of corundum, not to be confused with emerald, aquamarine, morganite. They're in the family of beryl, and beryl form in the hexagonal. Ruby and sapphire grow in the trigonal. So you'll both see them in that hexagonal shape, but in the beryl, the axes belong to the hexagonal shape. In ruby and sapphire, it belongs to the triangles. So quite a wide variety of crystals that are in the same crystal system as fire agate. The Mohs scale, 6.5 to 7. It's always important to look at the Mohs scale because then we know how we can keep these crystals. The measure of hardness, we can see how we can cleanse them, how we can charge them, and if we're carrying multiples of crystals, we want to make sure that there's no damage, that there's no scratches, no breakages. So with fire agate being a 6.5 to a 7, we can keep it with the likes of tiger's eye, with jasper. Peridot is also a 6.5 to a 7. If you're lucky enough to have a piece of tanzanite, you can have it alongside that. Down the bottom end, around the 6.5s, you might get away with having it with moonstone, opal, and then at the top of its range in the 7s, you're working again with the quartz family, the amethyst, tourmaline, citrine. So quite a lot of crystals that we can put in with fire agate in a pouch, and we know that hopefully the harm will be minimal with them bashing together. You're not going to get any breakages like if you put selenite, which is very, very low. It's a 2 on the Mohs scale, so even your fingernail will scratch selenite. Whereas with crystals that are a 7, you can go with them with a steel brush and you won't get a scratch. So that just gives you a relative of the hardness and that scale. If it's a 2, your fingernail will scratch it. If it's a 7 on the Mohs scale, not even a steel brush will scratch the surface of that. So quite a big difference there. The chemical makeup, even though it contains iron and limonite, that's what creates that fluorescent, iridescent flashes in fire agate. And it's a member of the quartz, so it's a silicon dioxide, SiO2. But then it contains the iron and the limonite that gives it those beautiful flashes. Oh, let me just change that. So now we know the chemicals, now we know the Mohs scale, then we can look at the cleansing. Because this is a silicon dioxide, it's part of the silicates, member of the quartz family, water will be safe with this. You can cleanse this with water, and the residue that will be left over from that water will just be iron or limonite, which isn't going to cause any harm to anything. So we can easily dispose of the water that we've cleansed this in, and it's not going to create massive harm. But same again, smudge. So your smoke, your California white sage, your Palo Santo, your incense sticks, and sound, tuning forks, singing bowls, or whack on your favorite CD of Neil H. and allow that sound to cleanse your crystals. Because we're dealing with fire agate, I would charge by the sun. It would really love that sun energy. We're dealing with the fire, so we've got that link to the sun. So charge it whenever that day comes that the UK gets that sun. Let it charge your crystals. And again, we don't have to have them outside. They can just be inside, and just like the full moon, when it's a bright sunny day, just say, may the sun charge your crystals, and just bring in that intent, let them charge. Beautiful. So we're going to come to the spiritual side of fire agate. So as I said, with it being cleansed, being charged by the sun, we have got that link to fire. So anything we link to the fire is very protective. Hence why it was in the grid on Monday to bring in that protection. So anyone that wishes to do you ill, or sending you ill wishes, bring in the fire agate. Allow it to send those harmful feelings back to the sender. If you need a bit of courage, if your willpower could do with strengthening, especially if, like me, I've got so many unfinished projects, especially in the knitting, crocheting world. I need to start tying up some loose ends, quite literally. So if you need any, if your willpower needs strengthening to finish projects, bring in fire agate. Really enables you to get those projects finished, completed, and with haste. We're not going to be slow with fire agate. Look at the movement of fire. It's fast, it's rapid. There is motivation behind it. Children will find a benefit with fire agate, especially if they're shy. If they're shy, it helps to bring out that personality. If they're fearful, because we're dealing with the fire element here, and we're dealing with the base chakra, earth star chakra, that's where the fire agate lies. So here we've got the stability, the safety, So any kids that have a little bit of fear, this will help to motivate them, stand the ground, bring in that stability, especially if there's any harassment, any bullying. Fire Agate can help them to stand their ground, speak up for themselves. So a real good connection there for anyone that's having problems with adults. You know, if we need to stand up to somebody, if we need to stand our ground, bring in Fire Agate. Beautiful grounding crystal protection. As I said, with the motivation, with it being fast, with it being rapid, it's a good crystal to have for people with no ambition. You know, you might have somebody who is quite happy working in a salon. Working with Fire Agate will be like, well, if you're going to be happy working in a salon for all your life, own the salon. If you're happy to be working behind the bar for the rest of your life, own the bar. So it kind of helps you to bring out a fuller potential within you. So many people just walk the conveyor belt of life and are happy to just, plod on. Fire Agate gives you that boost of ambition. You deserve better. Where's your fight? Where's your goals, your desires, your dreams? Don't just settle for half measures. Go for the full pint. So Fire Agate really gets you cracking in that way, especially if there's any slackers. Get them up, get them going. So yeah, it really helps you to achieve a bigger goal, a bigger inspiration. So yeah, I think that is all. Let me just pop back up. So yeah, that is the beauty of Fire Agate. Real beauty. And I do like it for acknowledging your higher potential. Just don't settle for, we could get too comfortable in life. We could just be like, oh yeah, I could just do this day in, day out. No, don't settle for less. There is more. If you like that job, own it. Go for the highest that you can in that job, in that business, in that career. Kevin McCarthy, good morning, gorgeous. I hope you're well, sweetheart. Just looking through the comments. Good morning, Valerie. I hope you're well. Shardy, I reckon my fingernail must be lower than a 2 on the Mohs scale. I can't scratch my selenite. Really? Gosh. No, selenite is, yeah. You only have to look at it and it scratches. Anne-Marie, good morning, gorgeous. Oh, I'll have a look when I've finished. Conveyor belt of life. Nice acronym. Thank you, Mr. Beale. Yeah, but it's just gets you moving. I mean, I used to give a lot of Fire Agate to the staff I worked with behind the bar in hospitality, because so many of them were just happy to go with the flow of life. They didn't really have any aspirations, any desires, free from desire. And it's like, you can't just let your youth go away, own it, work on it. And like I said, if you're happy to work in the bar area, don't just settle for being a bar person. Go for management. Go for ownership. If you're happy working in a shop or in a salon or hairdressers, own that. Go and, really go to the top scale. And this beautiful crystal really, yes, I want that ambition. I want to feed on that. It doesn't like coldness. It doesn't like stagnant energy. It likes to go. It wants to keep moving. And that's the fire within it. So beautiful crystal. If anybody has their experiences with Fire Agate, let me know. Let me know what you think. What have you used it for? Okay, let me get rid of that banner. I don't want to cleanse it all the way around. There we go. Let's keep it onto that one. Okay. How do we buy online nowadays? You just message. You just message the rocks. Messages on the business page. I would prefer it if people messaged on my business page, because it could get a bit confusing trying to sort through my personal page and my business page. So if anybody wants to buy any crystals, if anyone wants to know what we've got in stock, just message us, and then we'll send you videos, photos, what have you, of what we've got. Fire Agate does come from Mexico, the land of chihuahuas and tequila. And the sombrero. Arriba, arriba, hundre, hundre. Caroline, good morning. Would it help me to carry this in my exam invigilating role to support the students as I watch over? Yeah, very good. Yeah, absolutely. It's keeping that motion, keeping things going, keeping things flowing, but stopping you from being comfortable. You know, we can reach that limit where we're like, oh, actually, I could do this for the next 5 years. No, go for more. What's your potential? Don't lower yourself. We're all higher beings, and we're all capable of reaching that higher level of ourselves. Don't just plod through life. Life isn't for plodding. It's for rapid movement. I haven't even brought my cards with me. I can't even pull any cards. Yeah, let's pull some crystals. Kevin McCarthy, love Fire Agate. In my old job, there was a team leader that was a bully. I then started carrying a bit of Fire Agate in my bra, and he then started avoiding me. Yes, isn't that amazing? I experienced that with blue kyanite, because that is also a protective crystal, and very similar to Fire Agate. If anyone is sending you ill wishes, it returns that back to sender. And there was a pub I was working in, and I felt like that I was a duty manager, and I felt like the other duty manager was somebody else to my face, and then someone completely different behind my back. So I carried blue kyanite, and that person would not come anywhere near me. And I just thought, there's that reason, because you're feeling that boundary, you're feeling that. So again, with Fire Agate, they're feeling that, oh, okay, I can't penetrate that barrier. They're feeling that force of the fire. Beautiful. Loving that. Has anyone else got any experiences with Fire Agate? Let me know. I'm just picking you some cards. Woo! So the first one, blue lace agate, communication. Could we link that with Fire Agate? Absolutely. Bringing that fire to your communication. Really harness in what you're speaking. You've got the fire with the agate. You've got the cool, soothing with blue lace. So you've got the power, but the gentleness. So if you feel like with your voice, you may be overpowering, you may be overexerting, bring in Blue Lace Agate and cool that vocal cords. Allow things to come through in a calm, clearer, soother way. We've also got Unakite, beautiful, the heart chakra, living in the present. That is very much with Fire Agate there, helping you to live in the here and now. Don't be in the past and don't jump into the future. Not out the frying pan, into the fire if you jump into the future. And if you're in the past, you're stagnating. Fire Agate keeps you moving. Let's keep this ticking. We're living in the here and now. What needs sorting right here, right now? Look at that heart. Beautiful combination with the pinks and the greens there. Pink is always taking out, helping you to release. Do we need that bit of Fire Agate in that releasing? And then once we've released, we've got a void. We've got that empty space. Fire Agate, bringing that protection, whilst the green is bringing in that positivity rather than negative. So beautiful, beautiful. And then we've got the Pidolite with trust. The third eye, the crown chakra. Trust. What a big word that is. Are we trusting in people? Maybe it's about trusting in us. What is that fire, passion? What is building up inside of you? Trust in that. Trust in your own creativity, in your own spark of life. What do you need to help make creation? And bringing that fire, allow it to just move through that, trust in it. Beautiful 3 cards there. Thank you, Mr. Beale. I think I need some. Yeah, if you've not worked with Fire Agate before, it is beautiful, beautiful energies. No problem, Shardy. Have a great day, Gorge. Claire, I haven't really worked with Fire Agate, although I have some. Will definitely be doing so now. Yes, feed that ambition. Beautiful. Yeah, nothing worse than if we're stuck in a rut, stuck in a routine. Bring in the flexibility of fire. Love that. Love that. Oh, thank you, Kerry. So, yeah, just to recap that we had Blue Lace Agate. We had Unakite. Live in the present, here and now. I think that's quite ironic for most of the world. And trust in that. So there are the 3 cards for today. It's coming to near the end of the live. If you've got any questions at all, do ask. Feel free to ask any questions. I will be back on Friday morning to go more in depth with the cards of the week. We're going to be, what we've got coming up, apart from the new moon gathering tonight and tomorrow night, we've got Glastonbury at the weekend. We're splitting up again, the Dan Rocks team. I'll be at the shop on Saturday because I've got Karen Price with me. She's going to be doing readings all day Saturday. And then Adam will be in Glastonbury on the Saturday at the town hall for Karen Kay's Fairy Festival. Love it. Love it. All that fairy energy is amazing. And then Sunday, we're all back together. Myself, Adam, and Karen, we will be at Glastonbury all day playing with more fairies. Absolutely great. So if you're close by to Tiverton, come and see me at the shop on Saturday. If you're close to Glastonbury, come and see us. Even if you're not close, what excuse do you need to have a weekend in Glasgow? Not much of one. Right, so I'll be back Friday morning to do my card of the week. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy this new moon energy. For me, The reason why I bring in the cow, the horse, well, the pony, the sheep and the boar is because this cycle is all about direction. It's all about where are we going. For those of you who have followed me with the new moons, we started with the cat. We started with that lifestyle, the feral, the domesticated, the wild cat. So sorting out that lifestyle, bringing in that balance. Are we too domesticated? Do we need to bring in some wild or a bit of feral? Are we too wild? And we need to harness that bit of domestication. Then we worked with the elements, with the snakes, the earth, air, fire, water. Were you more adder-like? Were you earth but bringing in the fire? Were you grass snake, bringing in the earth with the water? Or were you smooth snake with the earth and the air? And then last moon cycle, we worked with family and what we class as family and what role do we play in that family life? Are we the fox, where there's been a lot of changes in our family? There's been a lot of comings and goings. Our family is ever changing, where the fox brings in that adaptability to accept that change, to bring that stability in. Are we the dog, that loyal member of the family? No matter what the family does, we're always there, always happy, always doing our best to please the family. Or are we the wolf, the protector, the leader of the pack, the center of the pack? We know what everyone is doing. So then this cycle is all about direction. Where are we going? What do we need for that? And I'll tell everybody a little bit more who is coming tonight and tomorrow night for that. So beautiful. Thank you all so much. And I will see you Friday morning, hopefully. But if not, have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. You are awesome. Love you all lots. Thank you for supporting me. Bye.